Hi, everybody. So I figured I would do this video because my husband actually sent me this article earlier today. And before I get into it, my voice sounds really scratchy because I am sick at the moment. I'm okay. My daughter got sick, then my husband got sick, then my son got sick, and now I'm the one that's sick. So, um, yeah, so if I sound too much like Sylvester Stallone in this video, that's why. All right. So as you can see, the title of the video is Hertz apologizes for denying Puerto Rican man car because he didn't have his passport. And I'm trying not to laugh, but at the same time, I know that there's still a lot of idiots in this country that don't know that we are U.S. citizens. So I think what I'm gonna do for the video, let's stop looking at this blonde lady here, and I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna play this for you. All right?
This man is Puerto Rican. He prepaid for a rental car at the New Orleans International Airport, showed up this week, went to the Hertz counter to get it, and presented his driver's license. That's when this happened. You need a passport. I said, what? He said the woman was suggesting that he was a foreigner, that his driver's license wasn't in English, when in fact it was in English and Spanish, and he needed to show a passport because he was from another country, when in fact Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and he is a U.S. citizen. He didn't have his passport to show, so he pressed the issue. That's when this happened.
You're denying me. You're denying me because I have a driver's license, which is a valid ID. It is a valid ID. It's a valid ID. It is a valid ID.
And it's unfortunate that the person that's actually going after him, this is not a white person. And one of the things that I always said since the beginning of my channel is that we've had every group against us, always, including other Latin people, of course. But, since we've been in this country for such a long time, there's always been whites against us and there's always been blacks against us. All right. And I know I say that and some people get offended and I don't know why, because, I'm not trying to make the generalization that it's everybody that is, but, this is the reality. And, people like me have said stuff like this for a long time. And, every time I would speak about things like this, my views are always, people always press me on the issue. All right. And, it's a shame. It's a shame because this woman should know better. And she obviously doesn't. Companies should know better and they obviously don't.
It is a prepaid reservation already. Yes, please call the police.
The officer shows up, tells him he's got to leave, and as the officer's leaving, according to this man, the officer says if he doesn't go, I'm going to call Border Patrol. As if he's here illegally. I called Hertz. They apologized to that man, said they do accept Puerto Rico driver's licenses without requiring a passport. They refunded him and said they'll retrain their employees around the country. This is Umberto Marche, a federal law enforcement officer of 25 years, proudly Puerto Rican, and a U.S. citizen.
So that's the end of the video. And I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'll just leave, I'm not going to bore you guys to death. So I'll just leave the link to the article in the description box as I normally do. I really don't want to look at this lady, but let's see if we can close that out. Whatever. At least it blocks her face. Um, so I mean, on the one hand, it's yeah, of course I felt bad for the guy. And on the other hand, I'm like, this just proves stuff that I've said forever. I think I did a video a while back talking about how there's still so many Americans that just don't know that Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States and that we are citizens. And just the fact that these types of things still happen all the time, it's like it should be a wake up call for people. And what also should be a wake up call for people too is that he wasn't given any type of preferential treatment for being a fairer skinned Latin person. They treated him just like everybody else. They treated him just like any other foreigner. They treated him, like he was less than. They were treating him like he was a criminal, and he didn't do anything wrong. And his quote unquote, lightness or whiteness to some people didn't save him at all. Okay? And I've said things like this from the beginning of my channel, but people still, for some reason, have an issue with me. Why? I don't know. I really don't know what it is. And I think that people are starting to see the things that I see and the things that I've said for a long time. And maybe they won't admit it. They're not going to admit it. But their actions tell me otherwise. They see what I see now. It took a while. You know, I feel for the guy. And I just know that things like this are going to continue happening as long as, this country doesn't speak in regards to Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans and, how, our contributions to this country, and not just that we are citizens of this country. And if that's not known to people, they're going to keep it not known. And then on top of that, there's plenty of people who have a disdain for Puerto Rico and for Puerto Rican people because of the poverty on the island, and they believe that everybody on the island is basically mooching off of the government. So there's that underlying issue too, that people don't talk about. And this is particularly things that I hear with regards to white Americans and their complaints on Puerto Rican people. If you go into white spaces that, that do not like Latin people, you'll see, and you'll hear their rhetoric when it comes to that. Okay. But I think that's about it. I'm not going to stay talking about it too long. I'm glad that this guy, I hope that the people got fired, reprimanded at least. That girl should feel like a jackass because she was in the video. I'm sorry. She probably feels dumb as hell. But it is what it is, for all I wouldn't be surprised if nothing really happened to those people. They probably just gave the man an apology and that's it. And there's the other thing. If you read the article, I'm trying not to laugh because I'm sick, but I can't help it. But in the article, I think it says that that they were gonna call the border authorities. Imagine if they would have did that, how funny that would have been. I'm sorry, I started dying laughing because I created a whole scenario in my head. Imagine Border Patrol came, went up to the place, and they went up to the workers and they find out the dude's Puerto Rican, and ICE will be there this man is a U.S. citizen. How dumb would people have felt? How dumb would that cop have felt? How dumb would the workers have felt? My goodness, that would have been hilarious. In a way, I almost kind of would have wished they would have did that because that would have been a funny ass scenario. But I guess I'm glad, for the man's sake, I'm glad that they didn't do that. But just thinking of it, look, you see, so the officer said he would call border authorities. I'm sorry. I cracked myself up. Anyhow, that's the end of this. I'm not gonna torment you guys with my voice right now. I'm gonna go for now and I'm gonna try to calm myself down so I don't start cracking up and coughing at the same time. All right, take it easy, guys. Bye.